All right, guys, since there was such a big response to the social media post asking if you wanted this type of information, welcome to the first edition of the Cockpit Chronicles. I'm just going to keep this on YouTube. I'll post a link on social media, and we'll maybe keep these to 5 minutes, kind of like my Let's Talk episodes in my other series that I have on my YouTube channel. So, Cockpit Chronicles, check it out. Why don't we start at the beginning? This idea of traveling full time, this concept and the research started over 5 years ago. So I retired from the fire department about 5.5 years ago. About 5 years ago, I started researching the possibility of traveling full time on the road in a motorhome. And I love off-roading, and we'll talk some more about that when the time comes. But the first kind of motorhome thing that I looked at was a Sprinter van. I figured, man, four-wheel drive Sprinter van, I can take it anywhere, I can do what I love doing. And then I got inside of it and I tried to stand up. Now I'm 6'2", and I couldn't stand up. There was no space to store all my stuff that I would need to take with me to travel full time. So it was a no. So I went to an RV show, and I went in that Sprinter van first, and it was a no-go. Looked at a little bit bigger motorhome, looked at some travel trailers, both bumper pull and fifth wheel, and the quality wasn't there, the storage capacity wasn't there, and they just didn't meet my needs for full-time travel. And then I got into a big Class A motor coach, and the first one that I went into was a Tiffin Allegro bus. It was a 45 OPP, and here's one of the most important things with RVing. When you're picking out an RV, one of the most important things to choose is the floor plan, because these things come in different floor plans. Visit some websites, check them out, and you'll be able to see the different layouts. If you're traveling with kids, something called a bunkhouse floor plan will work well for you, especially if they're young kids, because you'll have some twin bed bunk beds midship that you can store your children in. I'm kidding. Or hey, actually, you know what? If you're a full-time traveler, some people get that bunkhouse floor plan and they use the bunks for storage. So hey, there's the storage thing. So I'd say the floor plan is the most important thing, and then probably the next most important thing is the storage capability. But anyway, I went in that 45 OPP Tiffin Allegro bus, and I thought, wow, full-size residential refrigerator, dishwasher, clothes washer and dryer, big shower, a lot of water capacity. And I thought, okay, it's back on, because I was at a point where I was going to stop doing the research, because this lifestyle did not look like it was going to be feasible because of the types of motorhomes that were available. So I set my sights on a large Class A motor coach. Now, one of the things that people ask me when they see me pull in for fuel, or if I, for some reason, am at an RV park, which I don't do much, and I'll tell you about that in another episode, they'll ask, where are you going, where you're from, wow, it looks like you're loaded up for adventure, and I'll show you all that. But they ask about driving it. They ask about me driving it, and is it hard to drive? What they don't know is that I drove fire trucks for my entire life. I did 27 years in the fire service. So I've driven big vehicles really fast, a lot. So driving a big motorhome like this, backing it into places, it's really easy. The crazy thing is that a commercial driver's license is not required in, I believe, 43 states. If your vehicle is registered in one of those 43 states, you don't have to have a CDL to drive this. My rig is 65 feet long and weighs 55,000 pounds. It's 13 feet tall and 8.5 feet wide. That is a lot of metal going down the road, and it's crazy that you don't have to have a CDL to do that. But if you register your vehicle in certain states, you either have to have a CDL or like kind of a version of a CDL that allows you to drive a large motorhome. So the search was on to find a large Class A motor coach, And in the next episode of the Cockpit Chronicles, I'm going to tell you how I did my research and how I found this rig. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click that like button and subscribe so that you're notified every time I post a new episode. We'll see you in the next one, guys.